your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Play ball.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Tonight's first inning is brought to you by Dr.
Northlake
Rhonda
Christian
Lorraine.
is going to
Dr.
send
Rhonda
Max Millett,
Lorraine.
Aiden Bowles, and Cade Rodriguez 1, 2, and 3. Remember, there's been some rule changes in high school baseball. The time between the innings is going to be shorter. There's now a pitch clock. There's all sorts of things that are going to be changing about the sport. We'll be keeping an eye on some of those things during the course of the broadcast. Lafourche played Northlake Christian last season, had some success. Northlake Christian trying to get some revenge, coming on the road and start their season with a flurry. Brock Johnson making his warm-up tosses. One of the few guys with returning experience on the mound. The Tarpons lost a lot of their pitching from last season. It was a pitching staff last year that was pretty doggone good. They had a very good team ERA. It was the offense that was a little bit of a struggle for the Tarps last season. Coach Guitros and the staff are trying to reverse that this go-around. Millett is the center fielder. Bowles the pitcher. Cade Rodriguez the shortstop. 1, 2, and 3 as Johnson makes a couple more warm-up tosses. Mr. Dave Mouton behind the plate today. Good to see Mr. Dave. He's one of the good guys. We'll be playing baseball here in just a second from Eddie Blanchard for a little bit of a late start. It happens on opening day. We were scheduled at 5, but we're going to be like a television game, right? We're going to start at 5:10. That's okay. On opening night, the Tarpons are going to be playing at a tournament this weekend, but want to get their season started off on the right foot. And they could do that by getting a win against the Northlake Christian team that a lot of folks expect is going to win a lot of games this year. It's all about the power ratings and the power points and all that good stuff. That's advanced math. I don't do a whole lot of advanced math, but they tell me that if you win a bunch of games, you'll make it more times than not. So the goal starts today. Millett will stand in. The warm-up tosses have been thrown. The Tarpons in their home white with the blue trim. Millett. Northlake Christian in the black tops, white pants with the maroon and gold trim. Millett stands in. The first pitch of the season. Brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company. Is a strike, and it's 0-1. When Johnson is on, he's tough. We saw that last season. He's streaky. Whenever he gets into a groove, he's really tough to handle. The 0-1 is another strike. 0-2. That's a good start. Tarpons are using the PitchCom system. Coach Bucky is talking directly into the ear of Josh Mack, who's relaying the pitches to Brock Johnson. It's like a little walkie-talkie setup. The 0-2 is fouled into the netting, and it'll stay 0-2. Some coaches have said, yeah, we love the PitchCom. Others have said, yeah, we're not ever going to use that again. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag, but the Tarpons are liking it so far. as Millett stands in. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Johnson is cut on and missed, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Wolverines, number
Couldn't
11,
ask for a better
Bowles.
start to the game there. And now Bowles will stand in. It's pitcher versus pitcher. From what I understand, Aiden Bowles is a pretty good one. Might not have a whole lot of offense in this one, especially in the cold conditions. Johnson's pitch is a strike. He went around. They checked it, and they said he went around. 0-1. Pitch was up and out a little bit, but Bowles offered just enough to get the call on the appeal. Time called. Brock Johnson started the game with a strikeout. It's about as good as you could start it. See if he could get through the first and get the Tarpons offense to the plate. The 0-1. That's wide, 1-1. Didn't miss by much, but it was off the plate. Good job by Mack trying to frame that one back into the zone. The 1-1. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. The infield for the Tarpons catching Josh Mack at first, Lucas Guitros at second, Jack Leday at short, Jacob Pierce at third, Max Vedros at short is Pierce. So we said a second ago, that one's high and wide, 2-2. In the outfield from right to left, Res Due in right, Caden Angelette in center, Tyler Sanders in left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's hit up the middle. The center fielder chasing. Nice play from Angelette. Covers a lot of ground and chases it down. An early season web gem. And there's 2 away. Really nice play, and Angelette showcases his range out there.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 8, Rodriguez.
Off the bat, I thought that one was going to be a base hit, but it hung up, and Angelette covered a ton of ground as Rodriguez will stand in. It's a pitch from Vedros. Is a ball, 1-0. Just missed outside. In the 5th inning, E.D. White and South Terrebonne are still scoreless, 0-0. 2 state powers colliding on opening day. The 1-0 is a strike, 1-1. Brock Johnson working quick, having some early success, trying to have a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. That one's hit in the air, and it'll be behind us. Heads up out there. It'll be 1-2. At Vanderbilt Catholic right now, they would be saying cool pop as Rodriguez stands back in. Can Johnson get another strikeout? The 1-2 hit up the middle, and that one will be the game's first hit. The second baseman fields it deep in the hole. There's nothing they can do about that one. That's an infield single. And Northlake Christian has a base runner. Good job by Jack Leday chasing it down. There's nothing he could do. It was way too deep in the hole, and it's slow rolling. Now McAdams will stand in. Tell you what, McAdams is a big boy. See where he would probably have some pop. Good-looking kid. Tarpons want to control the running game. And let me tell you, Josh Mack has a really good arm, so they should be able to do that. They'll throw back, and the runner is in safe. The lights are on, but we're still playing under sunlight here at Eddie Blanchard Field for about, the next 30 or so minutes. And then when the sun goes down, it's going to be cold. The pitch is high, and it's 1-0. So what happens in cold weather baseball? Well, the ball doesn't carry as far. The ball gets a little slick, maybe a little harder to field. 1 on and 2 outs in the top of the first inning. They throw back and nearly throw it away. But a good job there by Guitros at first, making a play on it. And the runner's in safe. McAdams trying to further ignite a 2-out rally. The pitch from Johnson is fouled into the screen, and it's 1-1. The Tarpons narrowly missed the postseason last year. They're trying to reverse that. But, man, is it tough in Division I non-select. You are facing the powerhouse programs around the state. You got to win 20 games to even have a chance. So they throw back again, and the runner's in safe. And depending on the power rating, Matt, even if you win 20 games, you still might not get in. 1 ball and 1 strike, they throw back, and the runner's in safe again. Johnson trying to get out of the top of the first. Rodriguez taking a nice size lead. And Johnson will step off, and time will be called. So Mac's going to go and have a chat with this pitcher. Pierce will go join them. Coach Bucky was telling me that's one of the benefits of the pitch comm system is by being able to give so much information to the catcher. The catcher could then relay all of that to the pitcher without needing to use a mound visit. It's like having an extra coach on the field. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch high, and it's 2-1. On deck for Northlake Christian is Colton West. The Tarpons would much prefer to see Colton West in the second inning. It's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Good pitch from Brock that time. Got a strikeout, a fly out to center, and an infield hit to the second baseman has got us to where we are right now with 1 on and 2 out in a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Luke McAdams. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. So the Tarpons get out of the first clean. We're going to the bottom of 1. We're still scoreless. It's opening day from Galliano. We'll be right back on KLEB. The first pitch that we see from Aiden Bowles to Jacob Pierce is high, 1-0. Pierce is going to be a guy that's going to get on base a lot. When he does get on base, he's going to be able to steal bases and make things happen. And he sees another one up, 2-0.
Go, Jacob.
So a hitter's count for Pierce in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch is up, 3-0. On the opening day of the season, I would think that this is probably going to be a red light right here. They're going to make Aiden Bowles throw a strike if I had to guess. But let's find out together. It is a strike right down the middle, and it's 3-1.
Let's go.
Jack Leday is on deck for Big Blue. The 3-1. That one's hit on the left side, and that's a base hit. So the first hit of the season for the Tarpons comes off the bat of old JP. And now Jack Leday will stand in for the Tarps.
Number 2, Jack Leday.
Now Leday will stand in. Pierce has a huge lead over there. Mentioned he's going to probably be active. They don't throw over. Pitch is wide, 1-0. Do the Tarpons try to hit and run? I know Coach Guitro said, hey, last year our offense was a struggle. We got to figure out a way to score, manufacture some runs. They throw back, and Pierce is in safe.
Nice, Pierce.
And what it would do for the Tarpons to get an early game, a run or two on the board, play from out front at home. The 1-0 is going to be hit foul and out of play, and it's 1-1. First baseman out there holding on Pierce is Luke McAdams. A lot of room on the right side as they throw back, and Pierce is in safe. With the lefty batter and the first baseman holding on the runner, there's a, like we said a second ago, a big old hole in the right side. If he pulls one through that hole, Tarpons could be in business as they throw back again, and the runner's in safe again. As we mentioned, Leday does have some pop. He could lean into one and really do some damage. The 1-1 is hit foul into the screen, and it's 1-2. Tarpon starting pitcher, Mr. Brock Johnson, is on deck. Tarpons would also like to see Camden Berg and Josh Mack and maybe even a couple of others in this inning as they throw back. And nearly had him that time, but he is in safe. It's a very good pickoff move that time from Bowles.
Clean up the uniform, baby.
1 ball and 2 strikes. They throw back, and Pierce is in easily that time.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it is.
Pitcher has it. It's on the rubber. The 1-2. Low. Good block by the catcher, and it's 2-2. Oh, we got a score. How about this one? Going to the 7th inning. South Terrebonne 6, Edie White 1. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. So South Terrebonne flexing their muscles on opening day. Might take down a defending state champion. They throw back, and the runner's in safe. The moral of the story is our local 4A district is ridiculously good. As the runner goes this time, it's hit on the right side, fielded by the second baseman, and we'll get it over to first. Pierce is heading to third, and he's in safely. So Pierce was going on the pitch and just never stopped running as they fielded it and got it to first. So one out, the runner now at third for Brock Johnson. Anything on the right side probably scores a run, but their infield is coming in. That's hit to the left side, left center, and it's over everybody's head. Tarpons have the lead, and Brock Johnson's got a double, if not more. It is going to be an RBI double for Brock Johnson, and it is 1-0 Tarpons. He hit that one on a rope. No doubt about that. For a Tarpon team that Coach Guitro said, hey, man, we're struggling to score in the preseason. Boy, you couldn't tell it there. You get a guy on, get a guy over, get a guy in, and the inning is just getting started. There's Camden Berg standing in with a chance to do more damage. We know the pop he has if he could lean into one. Tarpons have gotten to bowls for 1 run already. I think Johnson's running for himself out there. I'm going to have to take another peek at that. Might be a pinch runner. There's a strike. Nope, that's definitely a pinch runner. Austin Curall is running. My apologies. So the 0-1. That's hit foul behind us to the right side, 0-2. Speaking of starting pitchers, Austin Curall is going to be one of the guys fighting to get into that rotation on the mound. He's a good one. Apparently a good athlete as well, as he's being chosen to run here. Berg is behind 0-2. First baseman playing in on the grass. The 0-2 inside, 1-2. Tarpons just got the lead, 1-0 on an RBI double from Brock Johnson. They're trying to add to it with the runner in scoring position with 1 out. Bowles is 1-2. Hit to the right side. The second baseman fields it and gets it to the bag, but the Tarpons advance Curall over to third. So there's now 2 away, but the Tarpons have a runner 90 feet closer. Really came through big in some big spots. An opportunity to drive in a run here. Of course, getting that runner over to third. Any type of wild pitch or anything will also score a run. That's high, 1-0. Bowles trying to pitch out of trouble in the first. The 1-0 is by the catcher. They're coming home. We've got to play the plate. And he's safe. And the Tarpons have added a run to their lead. Just when we said a second ago that runner moving over to third could score on a wild pitch, he does score on a wild pitch, and a really good slide from Curall getting in under the tag. So the Tarpons take advantage there of the wild pitch, get the run home. It's now 2-0 count at the plate to Josh Mack with the bases cleared. It's the pitch. High, 3-0. Coach Guitros could not have scripted a better start to opening night. You get an easy first inning defensively, and then you score a couple of runs. Everybody could just kind of exhale a little bit. The 3-0. That's inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So a runner at first and 2 outs. It's a 2-0 ball game. Alamo over at first, running for Mac. Resdue stands in. Bowles trying to get out of the first without any more damage done. Throw back and the runner is in safe. If the Tarpons get a stolen base, that'll be brought to you by Absolute Fitness. Aiden Bowles takes a peek at Alamo. Throws back, and Titan is in there easily. They wait the pitch. They throw back, and he's in there safely again. Now we got a pitch to do a high 1-0. Coach Guitros is saying some uniforms are late coming in, so my guy Ress is rocking the Luke Sanamo jersey from last season. See if he could get a base hit like Luke did so many times last year. The 1-0 is low. 2-0. So Coach Guitros just told Resdue, hey, that's 6 balls in a row. So be very, very, very patient and selective here. If the pitcher wants to work himself into trouble, let him do so. The 2-0. There's a strike right down the middle, 2-1. Alamo taking his lead at first. Tarpons have 2 across in the inning. Throw back, and Alamo's in safe. It's been a long first inning. As the Tarpons have done some damage. The pitch, that one's going to be a little swinging bunt. The pitcher fields it, got to get it to the bag, and he does, and that'll retire the side. But the Tarpons get 2 across in the inning, and they lead by a couple. We're going to the second. It's 2-0 Big Blue here on KLEB. Well, playoffs. We've got, how about the opening round? HL Bourgeois taking on Central Lafourche on Friday.
Performance Health and Athletic Club.
That'll be huge.
Performance Health and Athletic Club.
Colton West will stand in, the left fielder.
Up first for the Wolverines, number 10, West.
Brock Johnson did an excellent job in the first inning of throwing strike 1 and getting ahead. Let's see if he could continue that. He works from the stretch, and the pitch is foul behind us, and it's 0-1. So there you go. Strike 1 right out of the gate. Tarpons got an RBI double from Mr. Brock Johnson in the first inning. The 0-1. Fouled into the screen, 0-2. If you're ahead of hitters, it is going to be much, much easier to retire them and put them away. Johnson had 2 first-inning strikeouts. He's going to try to get another here. The 0-2. Got him, no doubt about it. It's a little bit of a delayed call, but it is a no doubt strike, and there's one away. Now Carter Waddle will stand in. Third
Next up for
strikeout
the
of the game.
Wolverines, number 1, Waddell.
You know, it's funny. Was not a whole lot of reaction after the strikeout because a lot of folks are like me. They've got their hands in their pockets and they don't want to take their hands out and start clapping. As it's starting to get cold here as Waddell stands in. It's the pitch. Yeah, the strike,
Nice.
0-1. Strike one, strike one, strike one. Johnson has done a very good job of that. He's ahead of Waddell, the third baseman. The 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. Northlake Christian coming from Covington made the bus trip out this way. Tarpons made that trip last year, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Nice.
Covey is on deck. Johnson is working fast. That usually is an indication that a pitcher's feeling it. The 1-2. High. It's 2-2. It's crazy, the variance in temperatures here, right? We're going to start tonight. By the end of the game, it'll be in the 40s. In the May games, we'll be begging for the 40s, because it'll be in the 90s as that one's fouled into the screen, and it's 2-2.
I know. I was like, okay.
So Waddell battling. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's chopped foul on the left side, out of play. Dugout chasing down that foul ball. By the way, the field looks in great condition. Considering the rains of the weekend, they put in a lot of work yesterday to get the field right. The 2-2 is low and it's full. I was at a college baseball game yesterday over at Southland Field, and they got the turf out there. It's not a luxury the Tarpons have just yet. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and there's 2 away. Johnson is mowing him down.
Next
His
up for the
fourth
Wolverines,
strikeout.
number 15, Covey.
Covey will stand in with 2 out and no one aboard. This would be what they call a shutdown inning. If the Tarpons, after scoring a few, could have a 1-2-3 inning. That one is a strike. It's 0-1. Brock Johnson is in the groove right now. And we mentioned earlier in the game, when he's going good, he's usually very, very tough. The 0-1. That's wide. 1-1.
That's why I said that. I'm like, yep, that's an accountant.
Still little sun, but the sun is starting to sink away. The 1-1. Hit in the air to right center field. Tarpons are chasing it down, and making the play is Resdue out there, and that retires the side. It's a 1-2-3 top of the second for the Tarps defensively. Now they're trying to add to their lead with Guitros, Angelette, and Sanders coming to the plate. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
The first pitch of the bottom of the second inning from Aiden Bowles to Guitros is fouled on the right side, out of play, 0-1. Tarpon's got an RBI double from Brock Johnson and then scored on a wild pitch. That's the 2 runs that they got in the first. It's inside, 1-1. Northlake Christian, when there was a runner at third and 1 out, as the 1-1 is wide, 2-1. There was a runner at third in the inning with 1 out, and they brought the infield in the very early stages. That leads you to believe they're not all that sure they're going to score a whole lot today. So if the Tarpons could keep adding on, it could be a great omen. The 2-1 is a strike, 2-2. That was a good pitch from Bowles. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a off the end of the bat foul, or off the hands really foul, 2-2. Coach Guitros wants to see a longer batting lineup this year. What he means, he wants to see production from top to bottom, as there's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Bowles. Now Angelette will stand in. Now the first pitch he's going to see from Bowles is wide, 1-0. Angelette ahead in the count. And it's wide again, 2-0. Baseball is a very simple game. Right now, Brock Johnson's getting ahead 0-1. Right now, Bowles at times is falling behind 1-0. That's been the story of the game. The Tarpon hitters have gotten into hitters' counts. The Northlake Christian hitters have not so far. The 2-0 high, 3-0. Tyler Sanders is on deck for the Tarpons, trying to generate some offense in the second inning. There's a strike right down the middle on the 3-0, and it's 3-1. I say right down the middle. It's inside corner of the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and it's full. We saw Angelette's range out in center earlier. That means if he gets on base, he's going to be able to run well. The 3-2. There's a swing and a miss and another strikeout. So good job by Bowles. Sanders, the 9-hole, playing left field today. The first pitch he sees is fouled into the screen, and it's 0-1. Bottom 2, no one on, 2 outs. Tarpons have a couple of runs on the board. On opening day, trying to get a big opening night win. The 0-1 is a breaking pitch and a beauty for a strike, 0-2. That was a really good pitch from Bowles. Kind of buckled Sanders a little bit. Looked like for a second it was going to hit him, then it just snapped right back over the plate. The 0-2 foul into the screen, and it'll stay 0-2. The leadoff batter, Mr. Jacob Pierce, is on deck for the Tarpons, who are trying to start a 2-out rally, but they don't have any strikes to play with. And he just struck out the side, got him looking. So Bowles bounces back with a big bottom of the second inning. We're going to the third. The Tarpons lead 2-0. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.
Commission.
As
Chris
Johnson has been in a
Colley,
groove
Board
in the
Commission.
early stages. Key to this inning is you want to get these bottom of the order guys out. You don't want to have guys on base
Leading
for the
off for the
top.
Wolverines, number 14, Galloway.
So the catcher for the Wolverines of Northlake Christian as Johnson has the baseball. The first pitch of the third inning is, guess what? A strike, 0-1. Johnson has just gotten ahead of everybody today. Locating that fastball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Johnson has 4 strikeouts, trying to get number 5 right here with an 0-2 count to Galloway. And in the dirt, blocked by Mack. No offer by the hitter, so it's 1-2. Tarpons would like to use as little pitching as possible, but they got a bunch of games coming up on the back end of the week. Keep as many bullets in the chamber as possible for the games coming up ahead. The 1-2. Hit in the air on the right side. Will the park hold it? Guitro's giving chase, and it falls at his feet out there. He had a chance, but he had to cover a lot of ground. Would have been a very tough play, and it stays 1-2. Christner on deck. Galloway fighting. Behind in the count, 1-2. And the pitch. Hit in the air, foul, way out of play on the left side, and it'll stay 1-2. So Galloway fighting. Staying alive, seeing some pitches, making Johnson work. The 1-2 in the dirt, and it's 2-2. This is where the Tarpons want action. They don't want it to work full. They want a play right here on the 2-2. It's the pitch. Got him. And there's one away. Johnson's 5th strikeout.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 24, Christner.
Now Christner will stand in the 9 hole. When you have faced 8 batters and you have struck out 5 of the 8, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to be working with a lead, and that's what Johnson's doing right now. Is the first pitch to Christner is a strike, 0-1. Ahead in the count. It's the 0-1. Low, 1-1. Third baseman Vadros is in on the grass. It's a slow hit ground ball, or tries to bunt for a hit. He'll be ready for it. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Elevating the fastball in the upper quadrant of the zone. Johnson trying to get strikeout number 6 here. The 1-2. Got him. Goodness. Brock Johnson is in a groove. That's strikeout number 6. There's 2 away in the inning.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 5, Millet.
Millet will stand in. Guess what? He struck out his first time up in the first to lead off the game. In the early stages of the season, the offenses are usually behind the pitching and the defense, especially in these cold weather months. That's high, 1-0. Just 1 hit for Northlake Christian so far. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. So rarity, Johnson behind in the count. The 2-0. Inside 3-0. Aiden Bowles, the Wolverine pitcher, is on deck. You know, he wants revenge because Johnson got an RBI double off of him in the first inning. The 3-0. There's a striker right down the middle. Let's see if Brock can come all the way back and get him. Three balls and one strike. And inside nearly hit him, so it'll be a walk. And a base runner for the Wolverines, their second of the game.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 11, Bowles.
So Bowles will stand in. He flew out to center. That was that great running catch made by Angelette out there. That was in the first. It was maybe their loudest contact of the game. He is a lefty. Time call. Top of the third inning, the Tarpons lead 2-0. There's 2 outs and a runner at first for Northlake Christian, trying to get a little closer. Johnson throws back and the runner's in safe. Johnson taking a peek. And the pitch. High and inside, 1-0. So he's lost that release point just a little bit. Though he started off the inning with a couple of strikeouts. Let's see if he could find the zone again here against Bowles. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. And Josh Mack's going to go talk to his pitcher. They're going to just tell him, hey, relax, settle down. Let's get that pulse down a little bit. Just one good pitch away from getting out of this inning, getting the top of your offense back to the plate. But it is a hitter's count for Aiden Bowles, ahead 2-0. It's the pitch. That's fouled into the screen. Took a good hack at it, but it was a good location by Johnson, locating it on the outside portion of the zone. It's 2-1. Two balls and one strike to Aiden Bowles. This is a pitcher versus pitcher matchup in the top of the third inning. It's the pitch. Swing and foul behind us, I think. Heads up out there. It was a little too close for comfort, but we are okay. It's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes, runner at first. Millett really doesn't have that big of a lead out there, though he's widening it out a little bit. He's going on the pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll throw down, but it doesn't matter. And they would have had him anyway, so you get 4 outs in the inning. That'll retire the side. The Tarpons strike out the side. Johnson continues to cruise. It's 2-0 Big Blue. We're going to the bottom 3 on KLEB.
Whether you compete on a court, on a field, in an alley, or out in the open, in a pool, a track, gym, or course, Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center will help keep you safe. Winning is your priority, your safety is ours. With concussion testing technology, prevention education, and sports nutrition counseling, we bring our A game so you can too. Play it safe with Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
First pitch of the bottom of the third inning from Bowles, who rebounded and pitched a great second inning, is hit. Pop up on the infield. Who wants it? The pitcher's calling everybody off, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Usually you don't see the pitcher field the ball on the pop-up like that, and he was under and it just hit off of the heel of the glove. That'll be an error, and the Tarpons are going to have a base runner. Doubly bad luck because, A, you never want to allow a base runner on an error. That's one. But, 2, you don't want to put Pierce on because he runs the bases so doggone well. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it's a ball 1-0. With the way that Brock Johnson is going here on opening day, boy, if you could get a 3-4 run lead, you are feeling really, really good about this thing. If you're Coach Guitros, they throw back and Pierce is in save. Coach Guitros has said multiple times on play-by-play that, hey, we're going to have to figure out how to manufacture some runs because we didn't score enough last year. He's been very open about that. The 1-0, Pierce is going. Pull back the bunt. They throw down to second, and he's in there easily. So that is a stolen base brought to you by Absolute Fitness and a very easy stolen base there from Pierce. And the Tarpons have a runner in scoring position. So now a base hit from Leday could potentially mean his first RBI of the season. The 1-1, high and wide, 2-1. And don't forget about Pierce over there at second because he could easily take third, too. He's got a big old lead out there, too. The 2-1 is wide, 3-1. A hitter's count for a really good hitter in the bottom of the third. Tarpons already with a 2-run lead, trying to widen the gap. The 3-1. Check swing. Pierce was going on the pitch, but it is foul. And, man, he had a huge jump. He would have taken third. Instead, it'll be a full count on the little excuse me swing from Leday. With the shortstop holding on Pierce, there's a big old hole on the left side if he could go the other way. See if the Tarpons could get another man aboard. The 3-2. That's it to the right side. Base hit. Pierce is going to be waved around. I think he's going to score pretty easily, and he will. They cut off the throw. It's an RBI base hit for Jack Leday, and the Tarpons add another run to their lead. Clutch hitting from South Lafourche when they needed it the most. They've added a run to the lead. Trying to further help his cause. The Tarpons have just added an insurance run. Shows bunt, and he gets it down. Gonna have to make a play. The pitcher fields, gets it to the bag. A clean sacrifice, and the Tarpons will give up the out for an extra 90 feet. Johnson that time, too, doing a job getting the runner over. See if Camden could get a knock and bring him home. There's Bowles' pitch. Good block by the catcher Galloway that time. It's 1-0. That pitch was in the dirt. Had backstop written all over it, but a good glove by Galloway keeps it out of there. It's 1-0. It's the pitch. Just high, 2-0. Didn't miss by much, but it was up. Tarpon's got 2 in the first, 1 so far in the third, but there's another duck on the pond over at second that they're trying to bring home, and it's a hitter's count. 2-0 is fouled into the screen, and it'll be 2-1. The moon is out here in Galliano. I don't remember enough about school to know what kind of moon that is. It's like 3/4 of the way there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lede is at second after an RBI base hit. It's the pitch. Did it hit him? Or foul ball, I think. They didn't know if it hit him, but I think they're going to say it was a foul ball and a check swing. So it'll be 2-2. Boy, that's tough luck there for Camden. The pitch almost hit him, and I think in the process of pulling his hands back, the pitch hit the bat. So instead of it being 3-1, it's 2-2. But no harm, no foul. Let's see if Burke could come through. It's the pitch. And he got him looking. That was a good pitch there from Maiden Bowles. Just 2 away. Really good breaking pitch. Maybe his best of the game. Josh Mack drew a walk his first time up. He's hungry for his first RBI of the season. Boy, big old lead out there for Lede. They throw behind him, and he's in safe. With 2 outs, Lede could be going on contact. Anything that gets to the outfield, he's going to have a really good chance to score. It's the pitch. High, 1-0. Tarpons have a 3-run lead. They have led throughout after getting a couple in the first. It's the 1-0 foul into one of the posts out there. It's 1-1. Life is pretty much back to normal here in Galliano. We still don't have the press box behind the stadium, but that's just about the only remnants of Ida that we are missing. The 1-1. It's a breaking pitch, just missed wide, 2-1. Remember, without the press box, we had to do a game last year in the equipment shed when it was raining against Ellender. The 2-1 to Mack. Inside, 3-1. Dewey is on deck. Mack has a hitter's count. The Tarpons are trying to get a runner home from scoring position. That is Mr. Jack Lede, who had an RBI single earlier in the inning. 3-1 is fouled back. Saw something there that you don't often see. The shortstop went over to cover the bag. Lede went back and slid in without a throw, so the pitch was being made while he was laying on second base. That could have prevented him from scoring if there would have been a hit. But it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to get picked off. The 3-2. Good breaking pitch, and that will retire the side. So the Tarpons get an insurance run. They lead by 3. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 Big Blue on KLEB.
Are you searching for the next best thing for your finances? At Synergy Bank, we have everything you've been searching for in a community bank. Stop by to visit our friendly team at Synergy locations near you or anytime online at synergybank.com. Member FDIC.
There's the final warm-up toss. Pegged down to second by Matt.
Tonight's fourth inning is
We're
brought to
playing
you
baseball.
by Force Power Systems. Force Power Systems.
So Rodriguez stands in. First pitch of the fourth inning. That's hit on the right side. They're chasing, and there's another hit for Rodriguez. So a good piece of hitting that time.
Way to keep them.
And it's a single. Good job by the Tarpon outfielders chasing that one down.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 20, McAdams.
McAdams will stand in. So McAdams struck out his first time up. For Northlake Christian, I'm pretty sure that's the first time that they get their leadoff batter aboard in the entire game. Let's see if they could do a little damage. Brock Johnson taking a peek at the runner, now delivers to the plate. It's cut on and fouled into the screen, 0-1. So no balls and one strike. McAdams, the big first baseman for the Wolverines of Northlake Christian. I think, I'm going to research this. I think they are a Division III select school. I know they're a select school. I think they're a Division III select school. They throw back and the runner is in safe. They throw back, and it gets by the first baseman, Guitros, and the runner will advance 90 feet. So that's a tough break for the Tarpons. And Northlake Christian has a runner in scoring position.
Oh, when I went to the bathroom, my daughters are all sitting, and they got a fat head and somebody's head, but I can't see whose face they are.
See if everybody could simmer down a little bit here after the first defensive mistake of the game for the Tarpons.
Oh, I didn't even see the 2 trucks over there. You just bought it.
The 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. For the first time in the game, through my headphones, I could hear the Northlake Christian dugout making a little noise. They're starting to get excited about their prospects here. It's Johnson's job to try to throw water on the fire. The 0-2. It's the pitch. Inside, 1-2. Johnson has a collection of strikeouts here in the game. He would love nothing more than to get another one right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the pitch. In the dirt. Mac kind of blocks it, but the runner heads to third, and he's in there. So it has been a base hit to right, a failed pickoff attempt, and then a wild pitch that has allowed Northlake Christian to get a runner to third with no one out.
Good, Mac.
That one was tough. It didn't get by Mac a whole lot, but just enough to allow a heads-up Rodriguez to get over to third. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to make a throw. Mack finds the ball and gets it to first for the out. That was a good job there. Good heads-up play. Didn't panic. And there's 1 away. And it's another strikeout.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 10, West.
So often you would see a young catcher there who doesn't catch the ball clean and then can't find it right away, just panic and throw that thing into the outfield. Mack did a good job recognizing that he had time. As West will stand in. First pitch he sees is blocked by Mack in the dirt, 1-0. In the top of the 4th, this is the best scoring opportunity of the game for the Wolverines so far. Runner at third and 1 out. But there was a runner at third and no out just a second ago, and the Tarpons recorded a strikeout. Mack goes deliver a couple of words of advice to his pitcher. The Tarpons have not had to use a mound visit yet. It's a luxury. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. To Colton West, the left fielder. Johnson's pitch. Hit in the air to center. I think the Tarpons will catch it, but I think, he lost the ball in the lights. He was chasing it down, and he lost that one, and it's going to be a double. Boy, it looked like Angelette was tracking it down, and boy, that ball landed way away from where he was, so he lost that one, and it's going to amount to a run for Northlake Christian, and it's going to end up being a double for West. Now, Waddell will stand in. So tough break there for Johnson. He induced the fly ball.
Wolverines, number 1, Waddell.
Waddell struck out swinging his first time up, and it's now 3-1. Usually when an outfielder loses it, they're kind of throwing their hands up. It looked like Angelette was tracking it down. First pitch from Johnson is fouled into the screen. And it's 0-1. Can the Tarpons recover? Stop the bleeding. That's going to be the goal right here. Just allow just the 1 run in the inning and go back at them in the bottom half. The 0-1. That is a breaking pitch and a beauty for a strike. It's 0-2. Really good pitch.
Go, shut him down, Brock.
Waddell behind in the count, trying to avoid another strikeout. The 0-2. Hit to the right side. There's a base hit. Dropping right at the feet of the right fielder. They're going to send the runner from second home, and he is going to score, and Northlake Christian has gotten another run closer. Dewey had it land at his feet there, and it kind of kicked up. And that is going to be another run scored on an RBI base hit.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 15, Covey.
And now Covey will stand in. So the Wolverines have life. They have trimmed the deficit, and now Coach Bucky's going to go and talk to his pitcher. I think the message here is going to be, hey, guys, just relax. We've had a little bad luck in this inning. And you got the bottom of the order now, the 7-hole batter about to stand in. Covey flew out to the right fielder, Dewey, his first time up. So it was 3-0 Tarps, but now it's 3-2. Northlake Christian has had a 4th inning rally that is continuing on with a runner at first and 1 out. But now it's the bottom of the order that's going to have to step up. See if Johnson can locate and get this first one across. It's the pitch. That's a strike, 0-1. Good pitch from Johnson.
There you go, Brock.
Waddell has a moderate lead. Might draw a throw at some point. Time called. 3-2 Tarpons in the top of the fourth inning. The Wolverines trying to change that. The 0-1. That's a strike. It's 0-2 on the outside corner again. Really good pitch.
I like 5. Let's go. Shut him down.
So can Johnson get the second out of the inning? Throw back and the runner's in safe. Johnson would love another strikeout. The play-by-play guy wouldn't mind a hard ground ball to Pierce. Could maybe get out of the inning in one pitch. The 0-2 in the dirt, and it's 1-2. The Wolverines are battling. Stu Covey. Again, 0 for 1 with the fly ball out his first time up. They throw back, and the runner is again in safe. The Wolverine dugout letting them hear about it. They're having fun for the first time today. It's been a slow start to the game, but they're into it now. The 1-2. Ooh, just missed. Oh, I thought he had him. Just missed on that breaking pitch.
Come on, Rocky, right there. Make him swing.
It was a really good eye from the second baseman of the Wolverines to lay off there with 2 strikes. The 2-2. Hit up the middle, and that's going to drop at the feet of Angelette and get by him. How far are they going to run? The runner at first is going to stop at third. It'll be runners at second and third for the Wolverines. So that'll be a single. And now Galloway will stand in.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 14, Galloway.
And the Wolverines are threatening to try to take the lead here in the fourth. Galloway struck out his first time up. That was in the third inning. It's the pitch. Foul behind us. Heads up. Look out. And it's 0-1. And that last pitch is why I park at the football stadium, because there was a couple of close calls out there. The 0-1. He shows bunt. He gets it down, and there's no one covering first. Goodness. And Guitros throws it away. So they're going to score 2 runs. The Tarpons' defense in this inning has been not very good. And Northlake Christian takes advantage. A couple of miscues. A, no one covering first. And B, they threw it to first with no one covering first. So the Wolverines have a 4-3 lead. And, boy, you feel for Brock Johnson because he should be long sitting in that dugout right now. But some miscues have allowed the Wolverines to take the lead. Now Christner will stand in.
Up next for the Wolverines, number 24, Christner.
And how has the complexion of this game changed? It was 3-0 South Lafourche, and now just like that, it is 4-3 Wolverines, and the top of their order is on deck. They are threatening big here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Tarpon defense in the early stages didn't have to do a whole lot, but Johnson was striking everybody out. This inning, Northlake Christian has applied a little more pressure, and it's been tough. They'll throw back to second, and the runner's in safely. No balls and one strike. And they throw back. Close play, but he's in safe. Nine-hole hitter, Cade Christner, the right fielder. 4 straight batters have reached safely for the Wolverines. Shows bunt, doesn't get it down, pitches a strike, and it's 0-2. Don't know if it was a called strike or he just didn't get the bat back, or maybe both. It doesn't matter. It's 0-2 either way for the Tarps. Johnson's pitch. Fouled into the netting. And it'll stay 0-2. Galloway takes his lead out there at second. Johnson's 0-2. Swing and a miss. So the Tarpons get the second out, a much-needed second out of the inning.
All right, one more. Let's go, bro.
Next up for the Wolverines,
And now
number
Max
5,
Millet will stand in. Max struck out and walked, so he is 0 for 1 on the evening. Tarpons are trying desperately to get back into the dugout, get their offense back to the plate. Here's Johnson's pitch. There's a strike, 0-1 on the outside corner. Good-looking pitch.
Let it come out, bro.
For the Tarpons, it'll be Due, Guitros, and Angelette, 6, 7, and 8 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 0-1. Too far outside that time. One ball and one strike, 4 across in the half inning for the Wolverines. They have taken the lead. Trying to spoil opening night for the Tarps. The 1-1 fouled into the screen, and it's 1-2. You're the Tarpons, you just got to refocus your energy. You're only down 1 run. But you've got to get back into the dugout and try to start building that wave of momentum back on your side. The 1-2 is a breaking pitch, and that'll retire the side on the outside corner. So, Northlake Christian takes the lead. They get 4 in the inning. The Tarpons are going to have 6, 7, and 8 trying to answer. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB. First pitch of the bottom of the fourth, hit him. So that's a base runner. Rest gets hit. And for a Tarpon team that needs base runners, they'll take it. Easy for me to say. I'm not the one who just got hit in the back. As Guitros will stand in. Not sure how much longer they'll let Bowles go. Guitros showing bunt. And he pulls back. Does it hit him? Well, let's see what's the call here. Lucas sprinted on over to first. He's sure it hit him. Mr. Dave Mouton is going to confer with his other umpire. I think the question here is, did he pull the bat back? If he got hit, but the bat was still in the zone in the bunting motion, it's going to be a strike. I don't know how a guy standing behind the mound would be able to tell one way or another. I mean, he doesn't have a very good look at it. And they're going to call it a strike.
How? How did he see that? How did he even make that call? There ain't no way he could see that.
So, I don't understand. Like, you know, we've got a guy directly behind the plate, and we've got a guy who's standing behind the pitcher's mound. How does the guy behind the pitcher's mound see that? That's the worst possible angle.
All right, here we go.
So that's going to be the call, but that's a tough break there. Guitros will stand back in. You know, one way to make him pay, Lucas, is go ahead and hit a double right here. Shows bunt, and he gets it down. So the Tarpons are going to get a clean sacrifice bunt, and they'll get a runner into scoring position. So Lucas does his job. He misplayed that ball in center field, wants to make up for it right here. Get an RBI, bring him home. It's high 1-0. Dewey over at second, runs well. Bowles behind 1-0. Tarpons behind a run in the bottom of the fourth. It's the pitch. It's by the catcher. Dewey heading to third. Close play, and he's out. Oh, my goodness. Tarpons try to get aggressive on the bases, and that time Northlake Christian made him pay. That's a really good throw from Galloway. So now the bases are cleared, and there's 2 outs, and it'll be a 2-0 count. The pitch, high, 3-0. Tyler Sanders is on deck. It's the pitch. It's a strike. It's 3-1. So a once promising rally now has the bases cleared. Tarpons are trying to make some 2-out magic. The 3-1. He walked him, so the Tarpons will have another base runner. Him back. Sanders stands in. Angelette runs well over there at first. He's got a nice size lead, too. They'll throw back, and he's in safe. It has gotten pretty cold here since the sun has gone down. Temperatures probably dropped a good 15, 20 degrees. The pitch is high. They throw back, and a good pick by the first baseman out there, McAdams, because that ball could have easily gotten into the outfield. The pitcher's called a ball, by the way. Sanders could come through. You flip over the lineup card and get to the top of the order. Pitch is a strike, 1-1. Sanders had a lot of big hits in the junior varsity Tarpons last year. Does swing a good bat. The 1-1. It's high, 2-1. You want your 9-hole guy to be like a second leadoff batter. See a bunch of pitches, draw a lot of walks, be scrappy. Sanders is a good option for that. As they throw back, close play, but the runner's in safe. Four in the top half for the Wolverines have given them a 1-run lead. It's 4-3. The Tarpons have a runner at first with 2 outs. It's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. They have a guy throwing in the pin, but he's not near loose. He's throwing from a knee. He's still very much getting stretched out. That's the thing about this cold weather. It's going to take a little while to get hot. So this is still very much Bowles' game. The 2-2. Fouled on the right side, out of play. It'll be the heart of the Wolverines' order, Bowles, Rodriguez, and McAdams in the 5th. They're hoping that they still have the lead when they get to the 5th. 2-2 is a good hit and run count. Does Coach Gitros roll the dice? The runner's not going, and it's wide, 3-2. I could promise you that the runner will be going on this pitch, 3-2 with 2 outs. Which means that if Tyler Sanders could find a gap with Angelette running, maybe be in business. They throw back and the runner's in safe. A battle brewing between the starting pitcher Bowles and the hitter Sanders. The 3-2 with the runner going. Hit to the shortstop. Fields it. Got to make a throw. It's low, and it's not going to be picked by the first baseman. The runner is going to head down the third, and the error will present an opportunity for the Tarpons at the top of the order. Good heads-up running by Angelette there, heading over to third, and good hustle by Sanders. Is wanting to do exactly what he did his first time up, which is get a base hit. If he does that, the Tarpons will tie this game. It's the pitch. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Aiden Bowles has had some moments of trouble, but by and large, he's been pretty doggone good after giving up 2 runs in the first. Trying to get out of a big pickle here. That one's wide, 1-1. A lot of pressure on Galloway. A wild pitch will likely mean a run if it gets by far enough. Tarpons have already scored a run on a wild pitch. That one's low and blocked. It's 2-1. But it is a hitter's count for a really good hitter. In the bottom of the 4th. The 2-1. Chopped on the left side, fielded by the third baseman. Got to make a throw, and he does, and that'll retire the side. So Northlake Christian gets into trouble, but gets out of trouble. We're going to the 5th. The Wolverines lead by a run. It's 4-3 in Galano here on KLEB. as Northlake Christian will stand in. Bowles struck out and flew out.
Fifth inning is brought to you by American Eagle. American Eagle.
Bowles is the pitcher.
Leading off for the Wolverines, number 11, Bowles.
He has worked now and pretty deep into the game. That pitch count probably getting up there. First pitch from Brock Johnson of the fifth inning is wide, 1-0. Northlake Christian trying to add to their advantage in the fifth. The 1-0. Low, 2-0. Tarpons have a couple of guys jogging to the bullpen. I didn't get a number on anybody. And with the outfield signs, it's going to be impossible to get a number. The 2-0. High, 3-0. So an inauspicious start. The first three pitches out of the zone. See if Brock could come all the way back. It's the pitch. That's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Bowles trying to reach safely for the first time in the game. The 3-1. Hit foul. That'll be over in Memorial Stadium. And it's full. It was 3-0. Now it's 3-2. Can Johnson battle all the way back and get a big first out? Time called at the plate. Batter steps back in. Full count delivery. Way high, and it's a leadoff walk. So the Wolverines have a leadoff batter.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 8,
Reach
Rodriguez.
safely. Now Rodriguez will stand in. Speaking of leadoff batters who reach safely, he started all the mess in the fourth inning with a base hit to right. Coach Bucky's going to go talk to Johnson. Tarpon coaching staff this year is Coach Chandler Guitros, Brian Chasson, Bucky Angelette, Coach Scott Sanamo. Northlake Christian trying to come on the road and get a big win. They would get some play-up points here. If they could get a win against a larger school. The meeting is short-lived. Rodriguez will stand in. He has by far swung at the best of any Wolverine today. He's 2 for 2, infield single, and then a base hit to right. Trying to get a third hit. Tarpons are trying to roll a pair. Johnson delivers. It's a low in the dirt, 1-0. Good stop by Mack. Johnson starting to fall behind. Remember early in the game we were talking about how often he was ahead. That trend has shifted a little bit. The 1-0, it throws back, and the runner's in safe. It's the Wolverine dugout starting to make some noise. Why not? They've got the lead in the fifth inning. Trying to hold on. More than hold on, they're trying to add to it right now. The 1-0. Foul. Look out. And it's 1-1 on the right side. The Wolverines try some sort of hit and run here. They got Rodriguez. He handles the bat well. The 1-1. Runner's not going. And it's a breaking pitch for a strike, 1-2. Tarpons have not retired Rodriguez the entire game. They'll take it out any way they could get it here. On deck is McAdams, who struck out twice. The 1-2. Hit in the air, foul on the right side, out of play, and it'll stay 1-2. And there is activity in the bullpen. I don't think anyone's throwing from the mound, though. They'll throw back and the runner's in safe. One ball and two strikes. Johnson ahead in the count. The pitch. Foul on the right side. So a good battle and a good job from Rodriguez, man. Just not taking no for an answer. He's a tough customer. He's your shortstop. He's your 3-hole. And he is 2 for 2 and fighting like hell in his third at bat. Behind 1-2. The pitch. Just got a piece of it. Look out. It'll stay 1-2. Tarpons are trying to figure out a way to retire Cade Rodriguez, who spoiled a couple of really good pitches. The 1-2. Runner goes. It's hit to the right fielder. Dewey. They might have him doubled up. Guitros catches it. That is a double play. So the Tarpons double him off. Tough luck double play there. He hit it on the line right at Dewey. Good job by the Tarpon outfielder making the play, getting it to the bag. And now Johnson in a pretty
Next
good
up
spot
for
to
the
get out of the
Wolverines,
fifth.
number 20, McAdams.
So that helps. Now McAdams will stand in. See if that could be a little spark that ignites the Tarpons a little bit. A good play out there by Dewey. They often say the ball hit right at you is the hardest one to field. That's a foul ball on the first pitch to McAdams. It's 0-1. Mr. Mouton is going to walk the ball out to Brock Johnson because that one just hit the catcher, Mac, pretty hard. Mr. Dave offers a little encouragement to Mr. Mack, who says he's okay. And McAdams will step back in. As we mentioned, McAdams has had no luck today. He struck out twice. The 0-1 fouled, and he is now one strike away from potentially getting the hat trick. It's not the hat trick you want in baseball, though. No balls and 2 strikes to Luke McAdams. Johnson allowed a leadoff man via a walk, but the line out double play to the right fielder got the Tarpons out of trouble. And then that one's low, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes, righty-righty matchup. The pitch. Got him! And that will retire the side. So the Tarpons get out of the inning despite giving up the leadoff base runner. Just down a run, going to the bottom of the 5th here on KLEB.
Off of the
Let's see what
Tarpons,
type
number
of damage
2,
Crane
Jack
could do on the
Leday.
mound. See if the Tarpons could take advantage of the new arm. In the late stages here on opening night in a one-run game, Crane's first pitch is behind the batter, 1-0. Eesh. And immediately the Northlake Christian coaches pop out and say, hey, settle down, settle down. But no harm, no foul, it's just a ball. And now the 1-0. That's better. It's a swing and strike, 1-1. Leday has played a good ball game today. Already with an RBI, trying to get a second knock. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Crane working in relief. Has the baseball, the wind, and the delivery. Inside again, 3-1. So a hitter's count for Jack Leday, ahead 3-1. And Crane's pitch popped up. Who wants it? The shortstop calling everybody off. Oh, he struggled, but he did make the play, and there's one away. As an RBI hit and a clean sacrifice. The pitch from Crane is hit up the middle. That's dropping, and that's going to be a base hit. So Brock Johnson gets a single to center, and the Tarpons have a base runner here in the fifth. Now, see if Big Cam could get going here with a man aboard. Pitch from Crane. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Four to 3 Northlake Christian. They did all of their damage in the third inning. Or excuse me, in the fourth inning, my apologies. That's high. 1-1. They've got some activity in the bullpen again. They've got somebody throwing down there. Can't make out the number. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Looks like maybe number 3, which would be Mason Lampert, but I don't want to speculate. I'm not 100% sure of that. That game is all the way against the fence out there. Runner takes his lead. And the 1-2. Foul behind us. Heads up. Out of play. On deck is Josh Mack. The tying run is at first. Last year, the first 2 games that we did on KLEB both went to extra innings. On a cold night like tonight, hopefully the Tarpons score a couple right here. The pitch behind Berg, and it's 2-2. Yeah, the first broadcast last season that we did was an extra innings game against Terrebonne out in Houma that the Tarpons won. The second broadcast that we did was an extra innings game against Central Lafourche, a game the Tarpons lost. The 2-2. Inside, and it's full. Good eye from Camden. Crane was up big. Now it's even. Camden Berg looking for a pitch to hit. A Rodriguez, the shortstop, went in and had a couple of words of encouragement for his teammate and pitcher. The 3-2 foul back. And it stays full. Can the Tarpons get another base runner and keep applying that pressure? That's the job here. Let's see if Camden could keep battling. Crane with a 3-2 has the baseball in his glove. The pitch is low, and he walked him. A great at-bat from Camden Bird. Mack on the evening has drawn a walk and struck out. He's 0 for 1. See if he could get a base knock and try to tie this thing up. Crane has worked himself into a little bit of a pickle. The pitch way high, and it's by the catcher. That's a free bunt. Everybody moves up a bag, and the Tarpons now have 2 in scoring position. Got to take advantage of some of these mistakes, as now you got runners at second and third with just 1 out and a really good hitter at the plate and a chance to retake the lead. Third baseman in on the grass, playing slightly in. The third baseman in on the grass. Ground ball up the middle will tie it up. He shows bunt. He gets it down on the right side. It's going to roll foul by about an inch. Oh, my goodness. The Tarpons nearly had a perfectly placed bunt that would have tied it up, but it rolled foul by a hair out there, so it's going to be an annoying strike. It'll be 1-1. Not a bad idea, and the execution was almost perfect. Crane back with the baseball. The 1-1. High, 2-1. High pressure moment on a cold night. The Tarpons are trying to get back in it. They're down a run, trying to either tie or take the lead. They've got 2 in scoring position with 1 out, and it's a hitter's count for Josh Mack, who squares up and shows bunt again. He pulls back and he's swinging, and it's slow, and it's 3-1. Tarpon dugout making some noise. They sense that the momentum is shifting a little bit here. Can they get that clutch base hit? And a hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here we go. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. The home crowd looking for a reason to make some noise on a cold night. It is a full count to the Tarpon catcher. Crane trying to get a big second out. The pitch is wide, and he walked him. The bases are loaded.
Are you searching for the next best thing for your finances? At Synergy Bank, we have everything you've been searching for in a community bank. Stop by to visit our friendly team at Synergy locations near you or anytime online at synergybank.com. Member FDIC.
Shoemake is the new pitcher for the Wolverines in a one-run game in the fifth. A huge spot here. The pitch fouled into the screen, and it's 0-1. This has been a very good ball game, very close ball game throughout. Tarpons are trying to retake the lead. Can they get the clutch hit? The 0-1, high and inside, 1-1. Guitros is on deck. The 1-1, high, 2-1. Oh, they throw it away from the pitcher, but no advance anywhere. Good job backing up the throw. A walk is an RBI. And there's fouled on the right side, and now it's an even count, 2-2. Dewey trying to battle in a big spot. Shoemake trying to get a huge out. Time called by Dewey. Two balls, two strikes. It's high, it's full. So now something's got to give. The bases are loaded. It's a full count. Shoemake winds and fires. And it's a foul tip. The catcher will get a double play out of it. Goodness, what a play. It was a ground ball swinging bunt. Galloway fielded it, touched the plate, and then got it to first in time to retire the side. And boy, that's tough. Dave Mouton is going to be asked by Coach Guitros to appeal with the first base umpire if that was maybe a foul ball. And after the appeal, that's the end of the inning. So the Tarpons have a hard luck double play. Go to the sixth. It's a one-run game in favor of the Wolverines. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.
by Lafourche Furniture and Appliance. Lafourche Furniture and Appliance.
Tough luck double play ended the last half inning for the Tarpons. West, Waddell, and Covey.
Now pitching number 29, Austin Curall.
See if Curall could get some big
Leading
outs
off
for
for
the
the
Tarps.
Wolverines, number 10, West.
West, as we said, 1 of 2 struck out looking and doubled. Pitch. Foul. And it's 0-1. We gave West the double on that fly ball to center. Truth is, it probably should have been caught. That was the one that the Tarpons lost out there, but no one touched it, so you can't give an error. It's a good luck double. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. Tarpons trying to have a clean top half of the inning and keep applying pressure and just hope that if you keep chipping away, you'll break the wall down. They had the bases loaded with 1 out the last half inning. The 1-1 hit a mile in the air. Who wants it? The second baseman calling everybody off and makes the play. That is a good job by Jack Leday. 1 out. And a really good job there by Curall
Next
getting the
up,
first
number
guy out.
1, Waddell.
Waddell has an RBI hit, and he struck out swinging. Really good job on the mound tonight by Brock Johnson. Not a lot of those runs in that 4th inning were earned. So that's a ball 1-0. Going to hope that the bats could pick him up here with 6 outs to play with. The 1-0. Low, 2-0. Curall behind in the count, but he just got a big first out. It's the 2-0. Hit hard and gloved by the third baseman Johnson, who shows that he's still got some juice in that arm, delivering a strike. That's a really nice play from Brock Johnson on a laser off the bat of Waddell. Now Covey will stand in.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 15, Covey.
2 quick outs. Curall staring into the mitt. And that one's hit to the right side. This could be a quick inning with a routine play here. They get it to the bag. And a good pick at the bag retires the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Curall. Tarpons are going to try to get hot with the sticks. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-3 Northlake Christian on KLEB. Eli Shoemake pitching in relief, the third Wolverine pitcher. They started with Bowles, then Crane. And there's a pitch high, 1-0. Got to just keep getting base runners, keep putting pressure. Eventually, you're going to get that clutch hit. You got to. The 1-0 is a strike, 1-1. Good pitch. One ball and one strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Angelette is on deck. He drew a walk his last time up. The pitch. It's hit to the right side, gloved by the second baseman for an out. And that is not Angelette on deck. That is Austin Curall on deck. My apologies. So Austin's going to be batting in the 8th spot. Swing. And he sees a ball, 1-0. Tarpons need some base runners. Shoe makes 1-0. Way high, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Austin Curall. And time called. And now we play on with the 2-0. Way high, 3-0. Tarpons will take a walk for sure. They'll take any form of base runner right now in the late stages. 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Coach Guitro's telling Curall, still got to be good, got to be yours. Ahead in the count. Hit hard, but gloved right at the third baseman. Tough luck there. He hit it on a line, but Waddell was there. Outs. It's the pitch to Sanders. Here's a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Hit in the air to right center. The center fielder chasing it and makes the play, and that'll retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We've got one regulation inning to go. It's a one-run game. Northlake Christian 4, South Lafourche 3. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.
At Bourgeois Meat Market, our slogan is Miracles in Meat since 1891. To be in business over 130 years, the most important thing is to have a quality product. The next most important thing is customer service. Our old meat market is in Schriever, Louisiana, and we're really proud to be opening up our brand new store in Gray, Louisiana. We have Rev at both locations now. So all these new scales and our POS system runs on technology, and we need Rev to make that happen for us. I highly recommend Rev Business.
Troy's Paint and Body Shop.
Galloway will stand in.
Leading off are the Wolverines, number 14, Galloway.
They just said that a local heating company is the inning sponsor here at the park. Well, they could have turned on the heater here at the park because it is freezing. A tough night here at the park in mid-February. Galloway struck out and reached on a bunt error. That was the play where the Tarpons didn't cover first after the bunt. Cural's pitch is chopped foul on the left side, 0-1. Cural worked a 1-2-3 sixth. Looking sharp, throwing strikes. The 0-1. Fisted foul on the right side, 0-2. I think of some other Tarpon guys who are going to throw this year. Jacob Pierce is going to throw some innings. Jack Leday is going to throw some innings. We're going to see Worley is going to throw some innings. Tarpon's got some guys that could pitch. Vadros is going to throw, amongst others. Coach Kitros keeps going back to, we got to score some runs. And the Tarpons have struggled tonight to get timely hits. They have stranded a bunch of guys in scoring position. No balls and 2 strikes to Galloway. Time called. On deck is Christner, the right fielder. The pitch, chopped on the left side, foul. And we'll stay 0-2. Cural trying to get a big first out. Mr. Mouton puts the ball back in play. And the 0-2. Hit a mile in the air. Will the park hold it? And can anybody chase it down? Pierce! Diving play. Goodness. Wow, that is a great defensive play that time from Jacob Pierce. And there's one away. The third baseman, Johnson, got to the fence, which is what you're supposed to do, and then work your way back. But Pierce got to the ball, made a sliding effort. Now Christner will stand in.
Next up for the Wolverines, Shoemake.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's Shoemake batting. My apologies. I said Christner. Is Shoemake batting in Christner's spot, swinging a miss 0-1. So Eli Shoemake hitting for the right fielder. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Give some credit to Austin Cural. He is doing a good job in relief, keeping the score exactly where he inherited it. He's ahead 0-2. The pitch. Hit in the air a mile to the right side. They're chasing it down, and Due's got it 2-away. So the Tarpons are 1 out away from getting out of the inning clean and giving themselves a chance in the bottom half. But first, you got to get through the top of the order. Max Millett.
Next up for the Wolverines, number 5, Millett.
Millett has struck out, walked, and struck out. He's 0-2. Pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Top of the order for South Lafourche in the bottom half. Pierce, Leday, and Johnson. They will be trying to, at the very least, tie it, get greedy, and try to walk it off. But first, you got to get out of this inning. The 0-1. Hit in the air, should be routine. They're charging it. The second baseman makes the play, and that retires the side. Cural throws the glove. He's fired up. He pitched his tail off. 2 quick innings of relief. The Tarpons got to score a run. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.
education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
Here stands in. Shoemaker in relief. Trying to close this thing down. The pitch. And excuse me, swing foul on the right side, 0-1. Fortunately for Pierce, that one rolled foul. Northlake Christian has come on the road and has played a good ball game. The Tarpons are trying to take this one away in the last inning. The pitch. High, 1-1. Lede is on deck. The 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. So your leadoff batter is battling. He's going to have to protect here with the 1-2. Way wide and low, 2-2. Not close on that one. The 2-2. Hit him right between the shoulder blades. Boy, you don't want to see anybody ever get hit, but the Tarpons will surely take the base runner. Pierce was fired up. And now Lede will stand in. The Wolverines have played with fire throughout the late stages. Can the Tarpons burn them here in the bottom of the 7th? Time called. Lede has an RBI single and a couple of ground outs. He's 1 for 3. It's the pitch. High, 1-0. The right guys at the right time in the right spot. Top of the order for the Tarpons in the bottom of the 7th. They throw back and Pierce is in safe. It's a pretty close play, but he's in safe. Boy, if Lede could just hit one on a line right over the first baseman, they'll be running for a long time. They throw back and Pierce is in safe again. The 1-0. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Brock Johnson is on deck. Brock's got a couple of hits in the game, an RBI double and a base hit to center. Throw back and Pierce is in safe. Mr. Mouton will clean the plate. Well, Mr. Dave has done a good job tonight as we get time called. Galloway is going to go talk to his pitcher, Shoemaker. The meeting is very short-lived. And now Lede steps back in. The 1-1. Hit a mile in the air. Should be routine. Who wants it for the Wolverines? The second baseman calls for it, makes the play. Pierce is well off the bag, but there's no one covering the bag, so no harm, no foul. So there's one away, and that'll bring up Brock Johnson. At some point, Jacob Pierce might be going on the bases. He does have a stolen base already in the game. They throw back, and he is in safe. First pitch to Johnson is hit on the left side under the glove of the third baseman. It's the third hit of the game for Brock Johnson. And the Tarpons again have a runner in scoring position. It'll be runners at first and second with one out. And now Camden Berg will stand in. Camden drew a very good walk his last time up. He was behind in the count, battled all the way back. Shoemake trying to close it out. Berg trying to get the Tarpons back on the scoreboard. The pitch is a strike, 0-1. Mack is on deck. Mack is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. That pitch is low, 1-1. Pierce is a very good base runner over at second. If the ball gets to the outfield, the Tarpons are probably going to give him the chance to try to score. And Shoemake steps off. On a cold night, can the Tarpons provide a little seventh inning fire? Berg steps out. And now back in the box. The 1-1. Hit on the right side, base hit. Pierce is being waved around. He is going to score. And the Tarpons are going to get a couple of runners in scoring position because Berg is going to head to second. Johnson heads to third. We're tied at 4, and the winning run now is at third base. Man. The Tarpons refuse to take no for an answer. We're tied, and now we're a clutch swing of the bat away from maybe walking it off on opening night. And the Tarpons thought for a split second about sending Johnson home because they kind of kicked it around out there in the outfield, but thought better of it. The game is now tied at 4. Coach Guitros is the one calling time. He wants to talk to his team. A very gutsy decision by Northlake Christian to walk the bases loaded because now a hit batter or a walk ends the game. Though it does set up a force at every base, so you could see it from both sides of the coin.
All right, here we go.
And Dewey will stand in. We're celebrating. The first pitch from Shoemake is hit on the right side, foul, 0-1. The Tarpons have just tied it up on an RBI base hit from Camden Berg. Now they're trying to walk it off. Shoemake has other plans. The 0-1 is a strike. It's 0-2. Really good off-speed pitch on the outside corner. Can Rest put it in play? The 0-2 is low. Good block by the catcher. Galloway's got to be a wall back there. Anything that gets by him, this game could end. The 1-2. Hit on the right side. Base hit! And the Tarpons are going to walk it off on opening night. Resdue with the walk-off base hit. And South Lafourche is going to get a 5-4 opening night win. What a ball game. The Tarpons get 2 in the first, 1 in the third, fall behind with 4 in the fourth by the Wolverines, but South Lafourche gets a couple in the bottom of the 7th, and they get a 5-4 win on opening night, improving to 1-0 on the young season. Let's catch a quick break. When we get back, we'll summarize this thing up. South Lafourche gets the win on opening night. We'll be back in a minute on KLEB.